Hello, beautiful people. You're welcome to this segment with me. My name is Senami Oluni. I'm a certified educator and a coach. In today's segment, I'll be talking about factors to consider when starting a business. For those that want to venture into the business world, what are those things that need to be considered in order to have a successful journey in the business world? Business has to do with providing services or goods in exchange for money, which will, of course, yield profits at the end of the day. To start with, when considering going into the business world, the first thing you need to consider is the capital for the business. Now, this is a very integral part of starting a business, very, very vital part. And then, how do you get your capital? What is the capital? The capital is the money that is required in starting a business. Of course, now depending on the business you are going into, you now determine if it will require a huge amount of capital or a smaller one. So, how do you raise your capital? How do you get your funds to start the business? One, you could obtain a loan, from friends or from the bank. And again, you could get your capital from your personal savings, savings you have done over time. Another way you can get your capital is by drafting out a business plan where you will talk about the business you want to venture into and meet up people who can invest in your business. You give them a copy of your business plan, and then when they are satisfied with what is there, if it's viable enough, they'll be willing to invest into the business. And this has to do with maybe percentage on both parties. Maybe you're giving the investors some percentage and then you reserve the remaining percentage. So, getting your capital shouldn't be an issue when starting a business. Another factor is what products are you selling, or what product do you want to sell? Your product has to do with a lot of factors. You can't just wake up and say, I want to do this because I feel I like it. No. It has to do with researching about the environment you want to sell the product, researching about your targeted audience. Who are those people you want to sell this product to? Are they adults? Are they children? Are they male or female? Or, you need to know all these too. Another thing you need to consider is, are you selling the product online or offline? Then, if you're selling offline, then that means you need to know what area the shop or your office will be located, depending on what product you are selling. So if you are going to be selling strictly online, then a lot of factors has to be considered and put in place. For instance, you need a good phone that has a very good camera, backdrop, where you'll be taking the pictures, and other things like probably promotions, advertisements, and the likes. If not, if you don't do promotion, you end up having your goods with you as inventories, or you just end up selling to just your catchments, those in your environment, just limited people. But what promotion or advertisement will do for you is for you to be able to reach a wider audience. On promotion, I'll be talking about this in another video. So if you want to hear more about promoting your business or advertising it online, then please feel free to comment about this in the comment section. Still on looking at the product to sell, you need what is called the market survey or feasibility study. When it comes to market survey now, it has to do with you going around to know trendy products or products that sell very fast, so that you don't end up at the end of the day using these things yourself or gifting it out. Because I hear a lot of people talk about, I bought some goods for sale, and at the end of the day, I ended up gifting most of them out as gift, or probably I used some of them and the likes. So in order to avoid you having inventory or a lot of goods going out on dash or giveaway, then you need to do what is called the market survey. Go out there, check about products, know what is working. If you are going into the female world, what type of product are you looking at? Is it female wears? Is it their clothes or their shoes or fashion accessories? What kind of shoes do you want to sell? Is it heel, strictly heel, or flat, office flat shoes, or sneakers, as the case may be? So you really need to define what product you want to sell. Very, very, very vital. Another factor that needs to be considered is branding. Branding has to do with a whole lot of things. And then It is something you should really pay attention to. Branding has to do with projecting to the public what you do, what you sell, or what services you offer. So, and this is a very important factor to be considered or to be put in place when starting a business. When we talk about branding, we are talking about having a business name, having a logo. What name does a business want to go by? And when you're considering a name, ensure that you look for a name that is unique or that has not been used by another person. Okay? And then that is catchy, easy to relate with, to pronounce, and the likes. And then you look for a logo. Look for a business logo. What do you want people to identify your business with? You may want to do a bit of advertising by having complimentary cards, maybe stickers, your packaging, bearing your business name, your logo, letting everybody know that this is what you do at every point in time. Then, talking about your business name, don't just pick a good name and feel that the name is secure. You need to register that name. It is very important that you register the business name. If not, another person will pick up the name, and then you'll be surprised that you were the first to start using the name, but then another person is already using it because the person has registered the business. So, on branding now, if you are using the online space, aside from advertising, aside from promoting your page, you need to have a good structure. You need to manage your business page properly. For instance, let me give you a tip on how you can manage your page very well. Ensure that you don't just leave your page blank like that. Every day you can come up with things that can be helpful to your customers. If you're into selling of female shoes, you may need to put posts on how to care for your shoes, how to maybe tie the lace, and things like this, which are helpful, to your customers. And then on products, please, you need to be consistent when it comes to products. You cannot say, I'm into this business today, you have, tomorrow you don't have. Ensure that when you are going into the business, you are really ready for it. So that people will not say, I don't mind it. She's not serious. But when they see you that you're always coming there, you're always showing up, you always have things that they need, then your customers will not go anywhere. But rather, they will always recommend you, even to others. On customer relations and how to retain your customers, I'll be doing another video, talking about that. So, if you like this video, please do well to click on the like button. If you are new here, you are yet to subscribe, please kindly hit on the subscribe button and hit the notification bell to get notified anytime I drop a new video. Thank you very much. I'll see you again in another video. Bye.